Well, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by the second car running out. Yeah, I can see something up there. It's probably just some of that moss drying out or something, but yeah, it's worth a look, I would think, considering what we found there. I mean, it's still quite green coming down there for this time of year. Maybe we should just hang on, and maybe we should come back in March of next year or something and have a look for anything that's still hanging on. Maybe that's the way to do it, because if there's anything being fed by water there, it'll still be somewhat green and verdant at that time of year sort of thing. So yeah, maybe that's the way to do it, fellas. Oh, there you go, another one on the wish list for next year for the 2014 remedial CP season for Gideon. Fancy getting that one wrong, but then again, he's probably at school or something and he's going to spend the whole of some holidays catching up with all my videos, watching them at least once, maybe twice, and then I can give him a questionnaire or some sort of test on it. Give him a test on Kangaroo Island. How many forms were there? You know, which was the best? What about Kelly Hill Cave? Blah blah blah. What do you mean you haven't done the research? It's all up there online. Go for it. Yeah. Look how dry it is. I didn't even clean the camera lens this morning, hoping that if I didn't clean the camera lens we'd find something. Well, we did. We found some iron bacteria. And the prospect of hope. That's the title of these clips, the prospect of hope. And that is the sound of wind, isn't it? Not the sound of some sort of running thing we haven't even known was here. Well, hopefully we'll get back and slowly wind back up to the car and shoot home. Still kicking myself for losing those clips. Do you want to permanently delete these files? Yes, because I thought I'd transferred them and I checked that they'd been transferred. So I have been having a whole load of little weird things going on with the computer, so for I know someone just playing silly buggers with me. How they knew to pick that one, I don't know. Well, if they picked the other two files on either side, I'd be really angry. I think that's how they work. They don't want you to get so angry that you actually ring someone up and, you know, activate some sort of authority on their arse sort of thing, you know. And then they get worried, you know. They just want enough to, you know, stir you around sort of thing. I think that's what their game is. They get the jollies of stirring you around, but they don't really want some federal body on their butt saying, well, you know. So when was the last time you put in a tax return, you know, sitting in their front lounge room every time they come home from work? Oh, we're still here going through your computer, checking out your records about, what about this job here you said you reckon you had? How much tax did you pay on that one? Yeah. They don't really want that. They want the fun and games without all the payback. I know how they work. It's because they don't realise that they're going to encounter someone in their life one day that will take them out to a paddock somewhere and just do away with them. You know, all over Red Rover. You know, 200 years from now, what person, or which person or what person? Does it really matter? Yeah, well, you know, yeah. Oh yeah, you know, the ultimate one is you bury their children or something and you say, well, unless you go on national TV and tell everyone what you've been up to, watch them work that one out. Yes, that would be rather interesting to see them squirming then. Yeah, can you imagine them confessing on national TV to all their foibles and all the dad deeds they've done over the years, and probably ones you never even knew of yourself or something. Oh, you were the one that did that, did you? Oh, okay. I'm glad I did this in the end. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. Something better than just handing them over to the bikers. The fame of the Beatles, but for all the wrong reasons, yes. I mean, it will be, after a confession like that, and surely you just have to put your hands up, have the handcuffs off, and then it goes straight to jail. Do not pass go, do not collect your $200. It was just like, you know, go past the door and they slam the door behind you. Yeah. Imagine if they didn't confess. Yeah. Thinking you wouldn't go through. Oh, you didn't. You're just saying, well, you don't know what those two bullies were like over in Western Australia, do you? You chose unwisely. Yeah. And why didn't those two scientists come back? I mean, had they come back, could have gone back to the house again, got the book and say, you know, we were talking about this one, remember that, fellas? 3 or 4 months ago, or whenever they would have come back. They said at the end of the season. They didn't really say what that was. So there I was, gas bagging to them, say, well, what do you think the end of the season is? I know what it is from a CP point of view. But what do you think they mean? They're, you know, not telling them, your friends, that, well, they're botanists, so what do they mean by end of season in there? I'm only seeing it from a CP point of view. So the months slowly whittle on by, yeah, and you're going from mad kid on the block to crazy kid on the block, and for good reason, I would think. Anyway, over and out. And thanks for all the anecdotes. I hope you enjoyed them. I don't think we're doing that again for very long. Oh jeez, it's so hot in here. I've got the window open too. I think I'm going to have to do both windows, fellas. Otherwise somebody will expire, probably my camera. Okay, over and out for now.